We've been doing this for a year. Now we're going to recap. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Oh man, welcome. Welcome in to the Not Safe for Sunday podcast. We have been doing this thing for a year, and that's kind of crazy.
We're 1 year old. Sounds like India traffic.
Oh man, we got some fun stuff. We got some fun stuff for tonight. But you guys, it's been a whole year. We've seen some faces come in and out of the booth.
Yeah.
But tonight we got Jake. What's up, Jake?
Nothing much, man. Good to be back.
Good to be back.
Appreciate the love.
Yeah, thanks for coming back, man. Week after week, this guy keeps coming back. We love it.
He is.
The hardest working man in showbiz.
Absolutely.
Almost got taken off as editor and, well, actually not editor, wow. Camera operator, I would say. You know, some of
Lighting
the angles were a little
specialist.
off. I've heard a lot of the haters talking on YouTube, but we're back.
Reddit's blowing up. There's a whole
We're back,
forum.
baby.
There's a whole forum.
They've had their patience with me, and we're working through this one foot in front of the other.
Hashtag fire the lighting specialist.
Yeah. Please
I've
no.
seen that one popping up every once in a while. Right next to him, we got Johnny Digital.
Yes, sir.
What's up, dude?
Nothing much.
How's the angles looking?
Looking better with Jake. Thanks to Jake.
Looking better with Jake in the angle?
In
or?
the angles and thanks to
Oh,
him
that's
as
a
well.
double dipping. I got Kenny. Kenny, what's up, man?
Hey, happy birthday to us, right?
1 year old now.
NSFS. What do we call it? NSFS
Decided.
podcast. Oh, that's right. I had to look at it.
FNSF.
NSFS podcast turns 1 year old. It's been a blast. Can't believe it's already been a year.
I know.
It goes by so
And
quick.
we gotta highlight that shirt, dude. What's going on with that shirt?
So this is my Leo shirt, not to be confused with Pope Leo, but this is my dog Leo
Pup Leo.
and my daughter Hannah.
Pup Leo.
My daughter
That's
Hannah.
great. That's
My
so
daughter
great.
Hannah, shout out Hannah, friend of the pod. Bought me this for Christmas. So it's the the many faces of Leo,
Many
the dog.
faces.
So
I'm really digging the what is that? A little.
raincoat.
It looks like a hazmat suit. But yeah, the
He's
raincoat.
been known to go into to some hazardous situations. So
He goes in the bathroom with Ken. So it's pretty rough in there.
he does like to follow me in there.
Is that why he's wearing the raincoat?
Maybe.
We get sprayed, boys.
Maybe. So
Keep it in the bowl.
that's it. That's it, Leo.
The
Come
day
on.
jet.
Daniel, what's up, dude?
How you doing? I'm feeling good.
Feeling good
Feeling
after
good.
1 year?
Another year older.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've spruced up the place last episode. Now we got some balloons everywhere. Daniel's anxiety's going through the roof.
No, I can handle the balloons, dude.
It's
It's the
just-
wires.
just
that
not
drive
the
me nuts.
wires.
Just not the wires. Keep them away.
Oh man,
I love your hat.
I love your hat.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate it.
I'm a companion. I see what you guys did when you bought me this. I see.
I wasn't quite sure if you did.
You cracked the code.
Those of you listening, you gotta just reference to YouTube. I can't even.
Yeah, find us. You can find us. Speaking of that,
There you
what a
go.
great segue. You can find us on social media at NSFS Podcast. We do have YouTube videos for the listeners. We stream the entire episode on YouTube, so check us out on there so you can see what we're wearing. Or if we're wearing anything at all, huh?
Clickbait. If I ever heard any.
And when you get there and you find out what we are wearing, you can don't forget to subscribe, please.
Hit that notification bell.
That's a very sad blow you have there.
I mean, Dollar Tree. Come on.
Oh man, but yeah, it's crazy that we're already at this 1 year point.
It really is.
Like
It's
seriously, like
June to June, baby.
June to June, dude. It's been
Insane.
it's been quite a run, dude. We've really I've really been very surprised with the feedback that we've been getting. and it took a little while to get there, but I feel like we really hit a stride right now.
Yeah.
And it all
We
Go ahead.
started June and hit it with What's Wrong with the Men after our soft launch intro.
Yeah.
What's Wrong with the Men around Father's Day.
Yeah.
By the way, hope everybody had a great Father's Day yesterday.
Yes, happy belated, everybody. All the
Yeah.
fathers in the house.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was great.
Yeah.
I can't believe
What's number Father's Day for you? This is
seventh.
how old Jeremiah? 7th?
Yeah, 7th.
How about you?
21st.
21st. First. Is this your
4.
4th? Wow.
That's wild.
Crazy.
That's wild. Good times.
John, next year, you're going to be number 1.
Oh, yeah.
You got to
Man.
It was blue. It's a boy.
Oh man. Yeah, it's kind of wild how we got to we started off in the nursing room
Yes.
Yeah, the nursing room at the church.
Yeah.
Record our soft launch intro.
Yeah.
And then we went up to the upstairs office, recorded a few up there.
Yeah.
And then we made the jump to video
It was after
here in the loft.
After the marriage questions episodes,
I think it was after secular versus sacred. I think that was our last recording,
Yep.
audio recording in the office. And then we came here. What was our first video here? Jeez, I don't even know. Oh, it was
Was it the Olympics?
yeah, it was the Olympics.
Yeah.
100%.
That was
Yeah,
a- that was a
it was
great
the
episode.
Olympics.
Yeah, that was a fun way to start it
Loving
off. too.
despite differences, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that was a fun
Man.
way to start it off. And it's been great. I love this space.
Mhm.
I love this space. And we continue to get better at improving it and making it more like home every single week.
Last podcast, we said the fiscal year 2025 budget wasn't in. I'm happy to say we've received the budget.
Nice.
We have big purchases coming up. So
Wow.
really, thank you to our sponsor.
Wow.
Thank you to our lead sponsor.
Yeah. Also, too, don't we have an announcement that has been in the queue for
wow,
a very long
man.
time?
You know what? Ken?
Finally, we remember during a podcast, not after we stop.
Yeah.
We sure do have an announcement.
What is that, Josh?
Ken, we have announced the winner of
9 months ago.
of the Holy Donuts donut giveaway. The winner is
Serena Sabetti, you have won the Holy Donuts giveaway. Congratulations. You'll be receiving your donuts and or gift card and or something of equal value in no. Definitely be Holy Donuts. # Holy Donuts. Friend of the pod. Perhaps future sponsor of the pod. You'll be getting your donuts or gift card in the mail ASAP.
We'll send
Thank
you
you
some
so much, Serena. We know that you're a faithful listener and
Avid
Yeah,
commenter.
avid commenter.
Perhaps number 1 commenter.
Yeah,
I
we'll
don't
see what
know.
happens after
Her
this
and
week.
Papa Lou might gotta go
They're
back
always
and forth.
they're always
dude.
duking it out. But great job. Congratulations.
We'll send you some stickers too. I think we gotta
Oh,
we
there
gotta
we
get rid
go.
of some of these stickers. We got a lot of stickers. We gotta get rid
Yeah,
of.
we
so
do have a lot of stickers.
We'll ship those out as well. But yeah, thank you for your continued patronage to our videos and comments. That's all been great. It brings great competition. The
Yes.
comment section. I don't know why that is, but I feel like there's people in there trying to one up one another, and I'm here for it.
Yeah. Kayla Matus is coming on strong.
Oh yeah,
too.
Kayla's coming up.
Third horse in the race.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, this is like the crawling baby race. It's like who's gonna come out on
Yeah,
top?
they're getting there. They're getting there.
They appreciate the shout outs though. I had a faithful listener who appreciated the shout out from a couple episodes
Is that
ago.
our friend
so.
Erica Coelho?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
dude.
second shout
Second
out.
shout out.
Second
She
shout
appreciated
out.
the shout out. So
Oh man.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's been quite a ride. It's been quite a ride to get here. And the way that we all started this is really kind of crazy. I just literally was like, "Hey, do you guys want to start a podcast?"
Yeah.
And then you kind of were like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah.
And here we go. But it was really shortly after your trip to India, and that day I really hadn't known either of you. Daniel's out. Yeah, Daniel's dancing. He gets me every time. Oh man, but yeah, I really didn't know you guys that well. I think at that point, and
No.
you were sharing some stories from India, and Ken kept saying this term. He kept saying this is a not safe for Sunday story. This is a not safe for Sunday story. He kept saying it, and we were like, should we just make that the name?
Kind of stuck.
Yeah, we just make that the name of the podcast. And we were like, yeah, let's do it. It's a great name,
It
and
was such a good name.
there's so many good stories that you guys had from that trip, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna share some of the.
We're gonna carry on where it all began.
Yeah.
Not safe for Sunday stories about India from again the inspiration for the name and some conversations we were having in our intro meetings. When we were first talking about this podcast. So. Yeah, there's a lot. I don't even think we'll fit them all in one episode. There are a lot, and some, a lot of them are just really funny. Some are a little scary, some drama. Some are heartwarming, but we got a bunch. So I don't know, Daniel, where should we start?
Man, we got there. We had a transfer in Dubai, and so we spent. We spent a little bit of time in Dubai. It was
a couple days,
right? It was a very short stint.
And this was this is 2024, right?
February 2024. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we get in. It was we were all kind of wired from the flight. So me, Ken, and my dad, we go out. We just walk the streets, and I mean, it's like 2 a.m.
2 a.m, easy.
It's 2 a.m, and
on a Friday night there.
Yeah, you would think it was like 3 p.m. I mean, the city is bustling, bustling. You have grocery stores fully open, people doing their grocery shopping. It's 2 a.m. We were blown away. But we come to this little outdoor market, and come to this little outdoor market.
This is definitely not safe for Sunday.
And yeah, so we're walking through it. Outdoor markets, foreign countries. You're getting a little heckled, a little pestered.
Yeah, imagine like any souvenir salesman.
Yeah.
Times 1,000.
Like the ones that you see on YouTube. Like those guys that are just like hounding you to buy the shirts.
Times 1,000,000 in Dubai. I mean, they're just like they're in their element. They're like pros at this. So, outdoor market. Imagine a bunch of knockoff goods, stuff like that.
Yeah. So we're walking around this market, and then this guy who's really on us to.
Got a question.
Yeah.
This is 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Pitch black. Oh.
Well, I mean, it's dark out, but
it's lit up.
City lights. City lights.
Just city lights.
City lights.
Okay.
City lights. And this guy comes up to Ken and tries to get him to buy some cologne, which I think John was the beneficiary of.
I think I did buy.
I think you're like, I'm gonna.
One. How could you describe that cologne in 1 or 2 words?
Strong.
It only took one.
Like
it only took one word.
Turpentine paint thinner. I mean, it was it was strong.
So Ken buys, he buys this cologne off of this guy, and I'm like, this dude's a sucker. No way. Me, budget master. There's no way.
Fiscally responsible.
No way I'm spending $1 on this guy. And so, okay, now he's after my dad. So he's pestering my dad, and I know when my dad's gonna cave. I see the look in his eyes. I can see it from a mile away. So I'm like, all right, here it goes. So my dad purchases some, and then now it's me, and I'm like. I'm telling the guy, I'm like, no. Now we're walking through the whole market. He leaves.
He's following.
He leaves
us.
his stand. He follows us.
He wants those American dollars.
He follows us, and he's like hunting us down. Finally, we're like on the outskirt of the market. We're about to start walking away from the market. All of a sudden, I feel my arm get grabbed. And I turn around, it's this dude. He's pulling me back into the market, and I'm getting dragged into the market. Meanwhile, Ken and my dad are just standing there,
like, see ya,
having a friendly conversation, and I'm getting pulled back into this freaking market. So he's begging me, buy this thing. He's like, just come to my booth. So now I'm like, all right, I don't know. This is our first hour in Dubai. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what people are capable of. I don't know where I am. What I'm doing.
Find out though.
Scenes from Taken are flashing.
I'm in the Middle East, and I'm like, these freaking guys. My dad, of all people, especially, leave me hanging high and dry in a market in Dubai at 2 a.m.
That's because they just got suckered into buying the cologne.
Yeah, they're like, let him have some. So I get to this guy's booth. And I mean, we're gonna get really not safe for Sunday, dude.
Yeah, do it. If you have young children listening right now, I would block their ears.
I get to this guy's booth, and I'm refusing the cologne. I'm not buying it. And then he's like, "Fine, I give you small sample. You have a lady friend?" I was like, "I'm married." He's like, "Oh, okay." So He comes over with this smallest little vial. Like, I mean,
It's like an inch tall at the most. It's
Okay.
the tiniest little
it's
vinyl you ever
small
saw.
little vial, and it's like, it's gold and then clear, and inside the vial is just this white,
Milky white liquid.
white liquid.
Okay.
No idea. And he goes, "You put a little this, put a little this on your hand. You go right up right up to my elbow." I'm like, "Oh my God in heaven, what is happening?" So he hands me this vial. I'm like, "Thank you." Like, what am I supposed to say to this?
It was free.
It was free, dude.
On the house.
So, end of that story is I walked away scot-free with a bonus of mystery liquid. But yeah, they left me to be kidnapped in the middle of a Dubai
Did you
market.
find out what the mystery liquid was?
No,
What did it taste like?
Oh my God! There it is. There it is. He used his popper.
First one of the night. First one.
That vial
Oh,
was
man.
not used. It was thrown away. It was thrown away.
You think so?
Oh my God.
Kenny?
I don't know, man. Have you used it? God bless.
No, I don't know. I don't know if did that make it to India or did that stay in Dubai?
I think it made it to
That
India.
wouldn't have made
I
it
think
through.
I held on to it.
I'm surprised you got through customs.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What's in this vial?
I
no
don't
idea.
know. I don't know.
I don't know
I
about-
swear it's not mine.
But let me tell you,
Toma.
Oh, man.
What a disaster, dude.
we warned you it would be not safe for Sunday.
And then after that, we go to a coffee shop. I don't even know if you remember this. I only have it because I wrote down.
Oh yeah, no, I remember this.
itinerary.
Thought we were
What-
gonna get killed
What happened at the coffee shop?
at the coffee shop. So I won't say who it is, but our leader,
senior
our
correspondent.
senior correspondent who coordinated
Senior
this
missionary
trip,
correspondent.
insisted that everybody takes American dollars. Right, so we're like, because we kept saying like, when do we exchange money? We should exchange money. We want to like have, go out to eat in Dubai or whatever. Insisted that everybody takes American dollars. So we go to this little coffee shop and we experienced Turkish coffee. So we ordered like Turkish coffee and we were trying to find some desserts. Meal, comes to an end and we're like, oh, okay, so you take American dollars, right? And they're like, no. And the woman like at like the main counter when you walk into this coffee shop, like, from the second we got there, looked like she wanted to kill us. And the waitress spoke no English.
Oh, no.
So they didn't take credit cards and they didn't take American dollars. So we're like, now what? Like, what happens here?
Stalemate.
Do our hands get cut off? Like, we're just like waiting for what comes next, And so they ended up like having to like, they were like all pissed off. They had to like go like to another store close by, another little market close by, make an exchange and all that so that we could. So yeah, that was our first night. That was our first night in Dubai.
Yeah, we definitely thought. I thought I was getting kidnapped. We thought we were getting arrested or thrown into some sort of prison for not using Dubai money.
So
Yeah.
What's the Dubai dollar?
I don't
A
even know.
rupee?
no.
What
What's
it
it
was.
called? India's rupees. I forget the name of it. You might have to get that up,
Yeah.
Jake, that's a Google.
That's a Google, Jake. I can't
We're
remember what it's
keeping you
called.
busy.
But I think it was like four for every dollar.
Oh, you got 4
For
Dubai bucks
something like that. Whatever it was.
for 1 American dollar.
Yeah, 27.
It's the Arab. What is it? A Detrium? What's that?
Dirham?
Yeah, the dirham.
Dirham.
Or something like that, yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
Dubai was cool. I mean,
It was.
we got to go in the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building on planet Earth, which was really, really cool.
Wow.
We got like a private tour from some lady who actually lives in the building. She took us to a higher deck than even the observatory deck, or it was a lower deck.
I think it was a little bit lower.
A little bit lower.
But it's still
But it was wild.
exclusive.
Oh my gosh. Being up on the Burj Khalifa looking out and you're just like, oh, I cannot comprehend how high we are
Wow.
right now. It was
There's definitely this kind of spooky dystopian feel though there. Like it's definitely like a police state. Like they have like I think what was the figure, like 300,000 cameras throughout the city
Oh, wow.
that just watch everything, because we never even saw police
No, you
officers.
didn't even see a cop.
You didn't see
You
a
didn't see a
car. You
car.
didn't see a police officer. and we were just told that they're just super heavy-handed, and I think it was like $1,000 for running a red light or something like that, and you just get the ticket in the mail. So they know you did it because there's cameras everywhere, and you just get the ticket in the mail.
What was it, like the second offense?
That you lose your license.
You lose your license.
Oh, wow.
It's like they don't mess around over there.
So is everybody just on their best behavior?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
It was by far.
There's no crime.
I felt safer
0
there than in any American city, especially
100%.
Philadelphia.
100%.
Shout out to Philly.
Bringing it full circle
Call
here.
back.
Especially Philly. But felt safer in Dubai at 2 in the morning than
Yeah.
in daytime in any city in
Wow.
America.
And
that's
what they said. Like a woman
besides
could
getting
walk.
kidnapped. Besides getting kidnapped.
A woman could walk down the streets of Dubai any time of night and not fear for
Wow.
anything. Yeah. So it's super police state.
But it was shockingly,
very clean.
incredible. It was shockingly incredible. I didn't expect to like it as much, and I think we all felt the same. We didn't expect to like it as much as we did. I mean, we were there for so short, so we didn't really get to get the full scope of it. But for what we saw and what we did, it was, we got some dune rides through the sand.
Rode some camels.
Rode some camels.
Saw some.
We shared humps.
Is that where is
We
is that where the vial went?
Whoa! We saw some fire twirler entertainers,
fire blowers, fire.
Yeah, like Spitfire
yeah.
and Twirl Fire and stuff like that. So yeah, it was cool.
That's cool.
Definitely crazy expensive to live there, to tourist there, to do anything there. It's
Really?
very, very expensive, but it was a good experience though.
Yeah.
It was a great
And
experience.
it was a 16-hour flight, right, to get to Dubai?
No, I think it was 12 on the way there. 12 to Dubai on the way there, about 14, 15 on the way back.
Oh, it was the way back was long.
So
so it was a 12-hour flight. And
you'd be happy to know that I watched Return of the King on the way to Dubai for the first time.
Oh,
ever.
we go that takes us back to our original episode, dude, where we
oh yeah, that's right.
we had to shame you a little
That's
bit
right.
for
But I did watch it. I did watch it on that flight.
And
you watched Ratatouille,
I watched Ratatouille and
Kung Fu Panda.
Kung Fu Panda.
So and that was like a fifth of the flight.
Yeah, we got done with that. We're like,
now what?
wow, okay.
10 more hours.
could have done the whole trilogy. You could have done the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy.
He could have, because it wasn't the extended edition. So
Oh, gosh.
He would have made it.
he would have had to hit the extended editions all the way back, the 15-hour flight.
That's it. There's so much good stuff in that extended edition that it just tells the whole story.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Speaking of so much good stuff, so when we got to India, it was our second. I think it was our second day. And we went to the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is one of the. Are they up to 8 wonders of the world now? Eight wonders of the world, and the Taj Mahal is.
When did they add the 8th?
Isn't there 8 now?
I didn't even know there was an 8.
Oh, okay, 7 or 8.
Gulf
Jake,
of America
Google
is the 8th.
Gulf of America is the 8th. So Jake will Google how many wonders of the world there are. I thought they were up to 8, but either way, Taj Mahal is this building that is just. It looks, even when you're in the presence of it, it looks like it's cut and paste.
It's only 7. Still only 7.
Okay, it's only 7? All right.
Donald Trump says 8, though.
Oh, well, then it's true. Maybe there's 7. No. So it looks cut and paste even when you're there because it's very surreal. It's just this white, stone building. And, I could go on and on about just like the intricacies of it. So basically we had to take a train. Which was about a 2-hour train ride or so?
Yeah, it was about that.
To the area where you go to the Taj Mahal. And one just quick souvenir story is thinking about like the how intense they are over there. But they don't let cars get too close to the Taj Mahal because of fear of like terrorism and things like that. So you actually get to a certain checkpoint and then you take golf carts. They just run golf carts back and forth to the Taj. And so we're sitting in a golf cart and for some reason we're stopped. And we get swarmed.
You would think we were Justin Bieber, Beyonce, like paparazzi.
Swarmed. And you're just, as sad as it is, and this was kind of weird, it was kind of sad, is that you're just told to like ignore them, pretend they don't exist. Because if you make eye contact or if you say something to them, it just draws them in more and they get more and more intense and more oppressive with trying to sell you stuff.
It's insane.
So we're like in this prolonged, I don't know if it was traffic, but we're in this prolonged stop.
I think we're waiting for other people because it was one of those extended golf carts.
Maybe,
so
we're waiting
fit
for
like
people.
10 people on there, and they were waiting to fill the golf cart.
So Daniel's dad, so the guy gets so ballsy, the whatever you call him, the vendor, he put something on Mario's leg. And I said,
Taj Mahal.
It's a little Taj Mahal like trinket
replica.
model. And I go, Mario, don't touch it. don't touch it. Don't. And he's like,
My
you can tell
my dad's a bleeding heart.
yeah,
dude.
you can
My
tell
dad
he-
would open his wallet and just buy the whole thing.
he's fighting it because if somebody puts it on your leg, you want to like give it back to them or like take it off. And he's like, I'm like, Mario, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. He's like, why? I'm like, because if you touch it, you bought it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it will just go on and on and on. So he didn't buy it. So we get to the Taj. The Taj is amazing. After the Taj, we go to the Red. Was it the Red Castle? Daniel, remember what was that? What was that place called?
Remember the name of the place?
Jake,
I was
get
too
on that.
traumatized.
In India, near the Taj Mahal, it's called the Red Fortress or the Red Castle. Another just architectural marvel. So then, anyway, we go back after those. We go out to eat.
Red Fort.
The Red Fort. Yeah, that was what it is. The Red Fort. So then we go back to eat, and part of our tour was that like we were gonna go to like it was like an American speakeasy for tourists. So it's like it's an Indian restaurant, but only Americans or like Westerners. So it was like Europeans and Americans are allowed in because they work out some with the tour guides,
Yeah.
you know, so that they're paying them, you know, to just bring Americans and Europeans. So it's a speakeasy. The food was really great. We're a little bit worried about, you know, the food in India because of obviously, you know, the lore,
All
you
the
know,
memes,
and all the memes and the reels and all that. And so, but the food was amazing. And so then
we doubled down on the food, dude. We ate.
Oh yeah, no, we ate good. So then we go to the train platform, and we're waiting for this train, and I start feeling a rumbling. Like
Food was good.
the food was good, but I get there, I'm starting feeling a rumbling, and then like this gas pain that like freezes me in my tracks. I like put my hand on Mario's shoulder because I think I'm about to double down in pain. No doubt. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen.
He just popped his confetti
Just
popper.
shot confetti across the room.
So I like double over, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta, and I don't even feel like I have to go to the bathroom. It's just like these gas pains are intense. So we walk a little further, and they subside. Like no more than a minute later, Daniel starts going like, oh my gosh, like. Oh my gosh, I gotta go to the bathroom. So we're like, now we're looking for a bathroom in a public train station in India.
Oh no.
In India, and not like a real like ritzy Westerner tourist part. It's just like a regular train platform. And so we're going into some like little spaces. There's no bathrooms. And so now we're like sitting. So we're like center train platform. There's tracks on either side. So you can picture that kind of train platform, right? And so we're just sitting, and I think I'm doing okay. I'm like, okay, I think I'll make it. But Daniel's like,
I'm keeled over,
he's
dude.
like keeled
Sweat,
over.
and you got those sweats.
Oh my! You wouldn't believe.
And so
It was the worst I've ever had to deal with.
And so we see in the distance. I sent you a video of this.
Okay.
We see in the distance this this little hut on the train platform. There I am. I'm doing a
just
vlog.
wait for it.
I'm doing a vlog, right?
Wait for it for a second. Wait a second before playing it.
All right, hold on.
And then you'll have to turn up the audio.
So in the background, you can kind of almost start to see what it says. It says "Persons with Disabilities Toilet." In English, it's written in English. Persons with Disabilities Toilet. And Daniel's like, I just have to go. And so he does like the bathroom like waddle over there, like
waddle.
Yeah, keep
and he waddles away. waddle.
and he goes in there, and I'm like, all right, cool. And I still feel okay. And then like a few minutes later, I see Daniel like stick his head out, and he's like, and I'm like
waving you over.
yeah, waving me over, and I'm like,
You need help?
I'm like, what?
The guy's taking the freaking time of his life, too.
and he's like this,
I
and
found
I'm
the
like,
vial.
he's like, so I'm thinking like, oh, maybe like there's more than one stall. And he knew I had to go, right? So like I just start kind of sauntering over, and then he's like like so demonstrative.
Speed it up.
Taking his sweet time, dude.
And so I jog over, and he goes, there's no lock on this door, and I gotta go so bad, and so just guard the door. So he's like, hold my bag.
It's like this sheet metal door. Like
Yeah,
just
it's like a
slides on a barn
It's a
door.
slide.
sliding
door?
barn door.
Okay.
So he goes inside, and I just do it with my little vlog. Personal vlog. I'm standing in front of a bathroom that has no lock on it. Guarding it
Persons with
so that
disability
Daniel
toilet.
and go to the bathroom.
Okay, so when I paused there and I looked back, he came out pants to his ankles.
I was desperate.
Needing the wipes because the wipes were in his bag that he had.
I forgot the wipes.
Wait, there was no toilet paper in there?
Well, let's describe what you saw when you went inside.
So I went inside this bathroom.
Okay.
House of Horrors.
I say that in quotations. This bathroom was unlike anything I had ever seen. You ever see that Dumb and Dumber video? They're everywhere.
Yeah.
It's all over the walls.
Walls. It's on the ceiling.
It was.
That's pretty much what it was.
And I mean
Persons
every
with
nook and
disabilities
cranny.
toilet.
No,
that's not why.
No, that's not
why.
No, so I'm looking. There's literally this piles of feces, piles of crap, sprinkled, littered all around the floor, in the corner. Like it was everywhere. You look at the walls; it's splattered. It was unlike anything.
Is there a physical toilet in this
ever seen?
Well, see, the reason it's person with disabilities toilet is because in the left corner there's one toilet, and then the rest of the space is like for like a wheelchair access,
Yeah.
where everybody just decided to take a dump.
Yeah. And so you have this toilet, and it's like there's no way.
no.
There's no way you're sitting. There's no way you're sitting.
Describe it though. No toilet paper.
No toilet paper. I don't even know if
There's
was
a
a
hose.
toilet
There's a
seat.
there's a
There's
hose. Because what they do is it doesn't really have running water to like drain. Like there's no like septic to drain.
Well, and also they don't use toilet paper.
They don't really use toilet paper there either. So there's just a hose to like wash down the bowl when you're done.
Or spray your
Or spray your
arse.
your parts, okay?
So yeah, you have this little hose that you can spray yourself, or use your hand, spray your
Dare
hand,
you
whatever
pick
you want.
up the hose, dude.
So I'm not. There's no way I'm touching that hose. There's no way I'm touching that toilet. There's no
Wait,
way.
is there also a sink in this?
Nope.
So it's just
I
a
don't
toilet
think
and a
so.
hose?
I don't think there was a sink.
So
I've seen Saw, dude. I
Dude,
know.
I dropped my drawers. And I unearthed the most foul bowel movement I have ever. He popped it. He did it. He went for it.
He did it.
The most foul thing that's ever it
my
came from my
goodness.
body, dude. It was like everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
Everywhere. So at that point, I finally feel good, and so I run to the door and ask him for the toilet paper. So he's
The
dying.
wipes.
He's filming. I'm like, I don't even care at this point. Dude, I don't care if you're live streaming on the church page. I gotta
Give me those wipes.
Give me those dude wipes. I
dude
need
wipes
those
now.
dude wipes.
Oh.
So, sponsor the pod, dude wipes. Thank you very much. So saving me, bailed me out in my lowest moment, and so yeah. So I go and I
So
leave.
while he's going, all of a sudden it's like,
It's you.
it's
Oh,
I
no.
can't wait now, and I really did not want to go into this bathroom. So he opens the door. He's done, and I'm like, dude,
Sweet
I
relief.
gotta go now. Like, give me those wipes. Boom. So same type of thing. You walk in and you're just traumatized. You're like, oh
You
my
can't
god,
even take
like
it in.
you can't even take it in. There's like this crap everywhere, and it's like I don't know, but I gotta go. So same
Is there like
thing.
a nice path for you to walk through that?
No, it's a
You-
minefield. Watch where you step, dude.
So
Minesweeper to go.
Everybody, hide yours. So I go and you drop your trousers a little bit, and you're not gonna sit on this thing, but I was so afraid to like go in my drawers that are like down between my legs, so I overcompensate and I upper decker this thing.
He misjudged the angle.
On the whole backside of the
Oh my,
toilet,
the wall?
nothing goes in the bowl. Nothing goes in the bowl,
Oh my-
right?
That's what we call that a pray and spray.
Right? Nothing goes in the bowl. And so the claim to fame is that I went to a India public toilet and left it in worse shape than when I entered.
Which is hard to do.
I didn't think it was possible.
Hard to
Did you
do.
at least hose it down?
No, I was out of there.
There's no way you
I was out of there, and no more than like 90
Oh
seconds
my
that I
gosh.
left, some guy went in like it was nothing.
Oh my gosh. So we get on the train.
Oh yeah, see, I fell asleep.
We get-
I was good at that point.
Wait until
We
nap
get on
time.
the train. So we sit on the train, and train starts going. I mean, no word of a lie. It's probably 2 minutes after the train takes off, and I'm like, Dad. He goes, Dan, not again.
Daddy,
I said, I wanted it so badly for anybody to hold me in that moment. I felt the most vulnerable and afraid I've ever felt in my life.
Daddy.
So I take the dude wipes and I go and I have to find this bathroom that's on the train.
There's a train bathroom?
There is a train
All right.
bathroom.
There's a train bathroom.
Okay.
I open the door, and to my like
I never even saw this bathroom because I actually did fall asleep. I was out.
to my horror, I look and it's just a hole in the floor.
Like, you can
A
see the
stainle-
tracks running.
stainless steel little hole in the floor. So you have to kind of do this. You have to kind
gotta
of
do a
crouch,
Oh,
hold your
no.
knees, and do the squatty potty position
Oh,
without a
no.
toilet
If
or the
you-
squatty or the potty.
Just pause for 1 second. If you have not subscribed and watching us on YouTube, you are missing out on some. You're missing out on some gold right now.
So right, I'm on the train. Now I don't want to touch the walls. I don't want to touch the walls. I don't want
You
to
gotta
touch
hover.
anything. But I'm on a moving train, and so this thing's whipping around, and I'm like, I gotta get this in the hole. And I don't want to spray my pants. I don't want to spray my underwear. I don't want to spray my shoes. I was absolutely mortified. So I sprayed. I did spray just about everything, and then it's like there's no place to put. You can't even like put the wipes in the hole. It was the oddest thing ever. So I had to put the wipes in the trash, but the trash didn't really open, and I wasn't touching the trash. So I'm like shoving the wipes in there. It was a mess. There was a little artwork in the bathroom.
What was the hose situation in this bathroom?
Oh,
No
there
hose.
was a hose.
Oh, there's a hose.
There was a hose.
Okay.
There was no way, no chance in heaven, earth, or hell below I was touching that hose.
I love that there's just public access to
But
running water at all times.
I've never.
Always.
And if you know me, dude, like, I don't use the bathroom. Like, I didn't use the high school. I don't even know what my high school bathroom looked like.
Wow.
I never went to the bathroom in public. I don't go to the
Wow.
bathroom in public.
Oh, he's
Bathrooms-
pulling up an example.
That's it, dude. That's it. That is literally
that's
it.
the one.
Oh,
Oh,
my
then I see
God,
Daniel's remnants.
dude. That's what it looks like. Oh,
God.
traumatized. The horror, dude.
Zoom in on that hole again.
At least,
Oh, my God.
Is that a dude wipe in there?
It reduces down.
at least it had a place for your shoes.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
know
That's for
exa-
extra
you-
grip
you
when
know
you're really gonna bend down.
Oh
You know
my
exactly where to
God,
stand.
I'm mortified, dude. That's what it looked like, and I'm on a moving train. I'm getting tossed to and fro while trying to take the absolute worst painful diarrhea of my life. I couldn't even explain to you. So for me to use a bathroom, like a restaurant bathroom in America, is a huge deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Never mind this persons with disabilities toilet on a train platform in India, or that monstrosity on a train. So yeah, that was horrifying to me. I took, I think, the most deep scrub shower of my life
Oh,
that I've ever
man.
taken. After that,
Mm.
that was.
Is
That
that so? Is that primarily how you guys got around? Was by train?
No,
We took all sorts.
we
of
took
modes of
all
transport.
sorts of transportation, but that to get to the Taj from where we were, you
had to
take
take the train.
Yeah, you take
I
a
think,
train
I think we
ride.
made a joke because I think we took every form of transportation. We were in cars, we were in buses, we were in rickshaws.
We took boats in Dubai.
We took boats.
Wow.
We took trains. We took planes.
Automobiles.
Jeeps.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We took
Wow.
camel.
It's camel, yeah.
Right.
Bikes. Do you guys do any biking?
I don't think bikes.
Ooh, I don't think we did bikes.
No,
So I guess not every mode.
Indy's just wild though, just because like to get around. And I described this like to the church when I got back, and I think I preached the Sunday after we got back. It's like when you're out on the roads, it's like a Jason Bourne car chase at all times, and I'm not
Yes.
exaggerating.
No way.
It is by far the most petrifying thing of India, because it's just kind of like there's no like rules, or they have their own rules and you don't understand them, because you're just like you're sharing the road with trucks, buses, jeeps, cars, motorcycles, rickshaws, bikes, pedestrians, and cows.
Okay.
Animals, yeah.
Okay.
And it's narrow roads. And
Talking
everybody
like one lane on each side.
yeah.
Okay.
And people, they love to pass.
There's no lanes. There's really no lanes.
They just love to pass. And it's just like, at any time. There's a great example there. Okay, like that's basically what it's like at all times.
Just turn whenever you want.
Yeah, and just beep, and all you do is let them know. You just ride the horn.
Yeah, you just
that
hold
you're
the horn.
going. And there's some times that like our driver would go out to pass, and we're like 60 yards from a bus and closing, and there's nowhere to go for anybody, and it's like, okay, either we're gonna hit that bus, we're gonna take out this family of 5 on a moped that's next to us, or we're gonna careen into the ditch because I don't know, and just somehow, some way, it's like you just get back into your lane at the last second. It's just like, it's insane. I expected a car crash every 10 seconds we were there.
It was the most tense driving of my life.
Were you guys being driven or did you drive?
I would never have driven there.
No,
Oh, yeah?
way.
Oh.
No, I would never, honestly, and I'm not afraid of that much. Honestly, I would never attempt to drive there.
Wow.
I don't think you. Oh my God, no!
I don't think you
would
could.
die. I don't think you could.
If you didn't grow up with it, I don't think you could.
Yeah.
You would die. You would die. So
Wow.
it was crazy.
Insane.
So speaking of food, so we have the orphanage in India, and
So before we
go ahead.
Before we go any further into this, what was the purpose of the trip? Not to be spewing in
Right, yeah.
trades.
So that my next story will kind of we'll highlight that because our church has funded orphanages there and well drilling projects for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And so the orphanage, Jake's pulling it up now, the video of us entering the orphanage with a traditional like kind of color run type of greeting.
This was cool. Yeah, this was real cool.
So it was there to kind of check over the work there because our senior pastor is nearing retirement and will be, in theory, caring for and trying to help manage these missions overseas. And so it was to give us a glimpse of it firsthand and meet the leaders that are there. So at this orphanage where these kids, they're the sweetest kids on planet Earth, ranging from, younger, 7 or 8 up to like teenage. And they are amazing because they actually like run church for like neighborhood village kids, and they help teach neighborhood village kids because a lot of these people are unlearned and uneducated. And so there was a very special Saturday service where it was going to be like a congress of churches from the area all coming together here where they have a pretty good sized sanctuary hall. Yeah. And so they pull out all the stops and they have like an all day service with all different types of songs and preachings and all this stuff. And then they prepare this dinner. And so we get there in the morning and like, and the kids are so sweet. They always grab us by the hand. They want to pull us around and show us everything. And so they call everybody uncle. That's like the polite, proper way. You're either uncle or father, So if you're not like a close adult, and close adult relationship, that would probably be father, like the patriarch, like the head, even if you're not blood related, and then uncle would be like the next tier. So it was always uncle.
And
Oh,
I was brother.
Daniel was more brother.
I was Baya.
Yeah, because he was younger.
Oh,
Me and Mario were uncle, and our senior pastor was like father.
Okay.
So anyway, uncle, brother, come show. And they show us where they're preparing the food. And it's these like 150 quart pots with like diced raw chicken in it. In the sun, flies, dogs walking around.
Let's put a pin in that for a minute.
Go ahead.
The night before.
Yes.
The night before, we get back to the village we get back to the orphanage after being in the villages all day.
Yeah.
And we get back to the village, and they were showing us, the first day they showed us around the orphanage, and they showed us these, like, sinks. And they're like, oh, that's where we do our laundry and clean our clothes and all that stuff. So when we get back from the tour in the villages out in the middle of nowhere, we come back, and that night it's like 9 o'clock, and they're out there and they're cutting the chicken and they're cutting it in those sinks that they told us
in those bowls.
Also where they do the laundry and such. So they're cutting the chicken the night before, and then we show up
in the morning.
And that chicken had been sitting out all night because it's not going in the fridge. Let's be real. And so it didn't go in the fridge. So it stood in those bowls. We get there the next morning. It's
massive
in these
pots.
huge
Massive pots. These like 150 quart
raw
pots.
chicken. And what's going on around it?
Raw chicken, and then like vegetables, and then like tons of rice that's also cooked.
The veggies are on like sitting on a blanket on the floor.
Yeah, like a mat.
Cut
and
dog
in and out, running around.
Yeah, dogs just
and,
running in through it. And
so at that point,
flies everywhere.
I almost lost it. I had to get out of there because I was going to throw up.
It was like 90
everywhere.
degrees, right?
Yeah, it was hot, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go. So I take off. So we go through the whole service, the whole day, and then the last thing. And these kids they're servants, man. They're so incredible. They serve these 40 or so kids serve all the visiting churches and all the people that came with this massive amount of food that they've cooked up. So in India, how most people eat is that they eat with their hands, first of all, okay, and they kind of like cup their hands like this and almost make like a spoon, kind of like with this,
Right.
And if you're listening at home, I just have my thumb and all my four fingers all together, like a scoop, and they combine the rice, the vegetables, the chicken, and make it like kind of like a mash, and that way they can like just scoop up everything and eat it. So after we haven't eaten yet, it's starting to be evening. Everybody, all the churches are starting to clear out, and then the kids wait till everybody's served, and then they eat. So they're eating, and they go into the sanctuary to eat just for some space. And when they see us walk through that door, they just want to feed us so badly. And before Daniel knew what happened, one of the kids took her hand and a big scoop of food and shoved it right in his mouth.
I turned my head, and before you know it, a hand is throat deep into my mouth, dude.
Up to the elbow.
She must have found the vial. She found the vial.
And if I ever saw Daniel's soul leave his body,
oh no,
it was at that moment, because I can just, if I told this story in graphic detail, he would dry heave right now. And he has this like really like mental kind of weird gag reflex where if he gets grossed out in his head about food, he'll start like, so his soul left his body. Like he didn't know what to do. He didn't.
I like saw myself from an outer body. It was like my first outer body experience. I could not believe it. I could not believe the moment.
And so she goes, more, and he was like, no, spicy.
I didn't know what else to say.
Lied like a rug.
So, to give it a little bit more context, right? We had just gotten done with this church service, and it was the most moving church service I've ever been a part of in my life. I mean, the whole orphanage did a foot washing ceremony where they came through and they washed our feet.
In those bowls.
You stole my thunder. You stole my thunder.
Sorry.
So they washed our feet, right? They now some of them are using their hair, like in their own scarf
like
and
biblically,
t-shirts
biblically.
to really like wash our feet. I mean, talk about the most humbling, most unworthy. I'm like, I'm not worthy of it. It's like, and then, so later they're like, she goes to, they go to feed us, and what am I supposed to do, dude? Like, they just all washed my feet
In that bowl that they're
and
now
I'm
eating out of.
I'm looking at the bowl. I'm like,
that bowl
Ken,
looks
I've
familiar.
seen that one
Ken,
before.
I've seen those bowls, dude. And then it dawns on me. Those are the bowls they just washed our feet in. Now they're eating out of them. I mean, God bless them.
I had 3 servings.
Ken couldn't
Because-
get enough, dude.
Hey.
He started licking her fingers.
That's an exaggeration.
Like a dog under the table,
That's
dude.
an exaggeration.
I'm joking.
But
Did you eat it? You ate the
I
food?
did. I ate it.
Dude, he did 3 servings.
I ate it from her hand. I was like, you know what? When in India.
When
you know
in
what
India.
I mean?
I
What's the
couldn't-
worst
dude,
that could
after
happen?
my train experience.
I already, the train experience for me, like, it can't get worse. So I was like, you know what? I can do this.
Oh,
and we
my-
lived. We were fine.
No, and my soul left my body. And then later we go back to the hotel, and we're talking about
And
it.
he started dry heaving everywhere.
Oh, and then he's getting me. He's describing the whole thing, and now I'm on the floor, and I'm dry heaving. We're talking about it. What? I mean,
Did you eat? So did you eat it?
I couldn't spit it out.
Just-
Just,
spit it
yeah,
out.
no, just,
I had to
just,
swallow it, dude.
just the one that she put in her.
That was the
in his
hardest
mouth.
I've ever had to fight to swallow something in my life.
Was it good? Did it taste good?
I don't even remember. I was
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
I was
don't think-
hovering.
I don't think it was bad.
hovering. I was up here. I was in a different realm.
Yeah, they're just so so you have to understand like the culture there and what they do, and it like most people, you eat with one hand and you wipe with the other, and don't mix them up.
Yeah.
It's really how it is because they don't use toilet paper because they really don't. Most of these, especially we're in the poorest state of India.
Right.
There's very little like indoor plumbing, and it's like open sewer. It's like open sewer everywhere. So it's like there's not a lot of toilet paper because they don't have the infrastructure. They don't have like the septic to be able to deal with that. So that's why you have the hoses there. It's really to like rinse your hands off and rinse your privates off. So you eat with one hand, you wipe with the other. And so it's just the hygiene and like you just know just how dirty everything is, and you're just walking by faith and hoping that it works out.
No kidding.
So I mean, we had a couple of great experiences. We went out to a village in the middle of nowhere, and we're walking in the middle of this drug-controlled country, and there's poppy fields. We've talked about this story before, and in the middle of, on the mountaintop, we're driving through. We see it's an active war zone. India is fighting with these active rebels who are also they have these huge poppy fields, drug lords, and so our people actually have to go ahead and say, hey, we have people from America who are with us visiting. Make sure keep the peace for like a day while we're traveling through this war zone.
Wow.
And so they did. The drug lords actually have a good relationship with the church there and with the church leadership. And so everything was good, but we get to the top, and I get out of the Jeep and I have my phone and my camera ready, and he's like,
do not
put it all away.
Wow.
Put it all away.
Yeah.
He's like, they're gonna think you're filming. Like, for your safety and for ours, you need to put all of it away. So we put it away, and we start walking, and all of a sudden you just see never-ending fields of poppy flowers, poppy.
Yeah.
It was what a sight. And then we walk up this village, and we get up here to this church, which was a tent church in the middle of that village. And we had a church service in the middle of that poppy field, which was incredible.
That's incredible. These guys walking around with like AK-47s.
Well, on the way up the mountain, you could see people
Yeah.
stationed with like heavy artillery, but like what they told us is that they're like more like in like the woods and stuff. And so like they're like always watching, just always watching. So like that's why don't take out your phones, because even if you don't see them, they're there. They're always observing.
Damn.
They're always like monitoring what's going on,
That's
watching the poppy
And
fields.
you're in the middle of nowhere, so there's really there's no roads, there's no nothing. And so we ended up our Jeep sunk in the mud.
Oh, gosh,
We got stuck for probably
couple hours.
Yeah, at least 2 hours in the middle of nowhere. And now you have a whole village of people. We're all trying to pick up this Jeep. We're all full of mud. We're sinking in the mud. The sun is setting. There's no cell service. There's nothing. You are in the middle of absolute nowhere. Finally, a villager came and with his tractor and ended up pulling us out. And that was a long
day.
But
it's just it's so beautiful. Like the landscape is so beautiful. We're just up in these mountains, and just like you just see primitive living, like at the height of primitive living. It's like unreal. So it was a great adventure too. It was a really great adventure.
That's awesome, man. So you guys are in basically in this tent in the middle of this field, to do church. What why are these people even traveling out there all the way out to that field in that area?
It's where they live. Their village is centered around these humongous poppy fields in this drug lord territory. The drug lords took over that territory.
Yeah.
So it was their village there, and then our people planted a well first, drilled a well there to give them fresh water. That's what they normally do. When they do that, there's a whole ceremony that they do, and the children come out and they dance and they feed the village, and then they share the gospel message with them.
Yeah.
When they inaugurate the well, and then out of that, churches are born. And so there's dozens of churches in India that we have planted because we first met their need and just gave them fresh water, fed them, clothed them. We brought blankets in and clothes, and it's just incredible seeing the gospel on display over there in that way. It was unlike anything I've ever seen.
The guts, the bravery for these guys to go into these places and be like that first, that first touch, that first contact. You know what I mean? And in these areas that I mean, that it's controlled by like these separatists and all that. So it's just it really puts your own faith in perspective, you know, and understanding when the gospel is the gospel and it's that important that the whole world does need it, even in these remote places where there's potentially danger.
Yeah.
And now when we sing or when we say to the ends of the earth, like that carries a whole new weight. Like that the love of God will reach to the ends of the earth. It's like I picture that remote village out in the middle of that poppy field. Like I'm like, that is the ends of the earth.
Yeah.
Like in a way that I would never be able to comprehend. And I encourage anybody who can go on at least one missions trip. And not to, you know, go somewhere like really out of the box, go somewhere that is, you know, a third world country and just get a different perspective on how blessed we are truly and what to the ends of the earth really means. Because it just brings the whole gospel into kind of like this whole full circle moment.
Yeah.
And it almost makes you feel ashamed of the fact that of how unbold we are with how much freedom we have. And how bold they are with how little freedom they have.
Yeah.
It's what a life-changing experience.
Yeah. This trip that you guys did, this was kind of part of the inspiration that I had to like even come and approach you guys, because I had it already on my heart, like that I wanted to be able to start sharing in this way, start sharing with as many people as possible, like the feeling I already had, the relationship I already had with God. And just being able to have a platform like this to potentially we get downloads, we get listens in different countries.
Sure.
So potentially to reach
the ends of the earth.
Yeah, to reach the ends of the earth where you can't physically be there, but to maybe be able to broadcast this message to those areas is really incredible, and it's what a blessing it is to these places, and what a blessing and a humbling experience it is just to even be able to do this and get the little feedback that we already do get now.
Absolutely.
100%.
And after this 1 year, it's really been great, man.
Been incredible.
I love it. I love doing this every time we get together. I love it.
Absolutely.
So we end that trip on a high. We really are we had the time of our lives, and we're ready to call it quits. And then we get to the India airport. And this will be our final story.
Final story is our 5th out of 6 flights for this whole trip.
Okay.
Because, you know, you fly to Dubai, then you fly to Delhi, which is the main, I don't know if it's the capital. No, I don't think it's the capital, but it's main city, you know, and we spent like a day there. That's when we did like the Taj Mahal trip. Then we fly to Bodh Gaya, which is like up in the northern part, the poorest part, that's where we did most of the trip. Then we fly back to Delhi. So that's our... we're about to get on our 5th flight back to Dubai to go home. So we're in Delhi is just insanely disorganized airport. And once you get through security, once you get through the ticket line, then you're in this like crazy disorganized security line, you know, that's just like winding for miles. Okay. And we're there really early, but it's just like you're there forever. And there's one thing about India is that there's no regard for personal space. At all.
My goodness.
At all. And that's anywhere, like in a public place, on the street, wherever. And so me, Daniel, Mario are all together, and like we kind of like there's one space between us, like and Daniel's even like, Ken, like catch up. And I'm like, oh, we're good. No sooner does he say that, did like 5 people cut in front of me. Right. And they do it in a way where like they don't even acknowledge you.
Oh,
like,
you're nothing.
You're nothing. They don't even look at you. They pretend you're not even there, as if like you weren't there.
Yeah.
And they just are taking an unoccupied space. So this happens like 4 or 5 times.
Couldn't even imagine.
And like I'm having a good attitude about it. Like Daniel said, we ended on a high. We're heading home. It's like we're good. So as the line like twists and turns like that, you know how it kind of goes back and forth as it snakes like that. So I run into Daniel and Mario again. They're like, Ken, what happened? And I'm just having fun with it. And I'm like, I don't know what happened. These 10 or 12 really nice people just cut in front of me because, and I'm like speaking really loud, but like I'm having fun because, you know, they probably have somewhere to go, you know, and they're probably in a hurry, and that's okay because, you know, we had a good trip and we're fine. So, you know, I'm having a good time with it. Finally, go ahead.
I have a note here that says we got to the airport. We waited in line 30 minutes to get into the airport because there was a little security check outside.
It was insane.
Then there was 45 minutes to check in our luggage. and then that security line was 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That's
It
insane.
was crazy.
That is insane.
So they're ahead of me.
So now we're 3 hours into this.
Oh,
charade.
oh yeah,
we're 3
Oh,
hours
yeah.
into this charade.
and I'm getting cut left and right. And so they get through security before me.
Oh, there's the outside security point.
Yeah, that's the Delhi airport.
Yeah,
right
we
there.
waited 30 minutes in that line before getting inside.
So I finally make it up to like security checkpoint where you're going to put your carry-on through the conveyor belt, through the X-ray thing. And this one final guy, big dude, Indian dude, cuts right in front of me, right? And I go, no. I go,
Can't have enough.
I that was like the last straw for me. I go, no. I said, no more. That's it. Get in line, right?
I'm done.
And the guy's like, hey, you don't have to be so mean. He's like, you don't have to be so cocky about it. I'm like, cocky about it, dude. I've been in this line for 2 hours, and you come out of nowhere, and you cut me right before I'm at the end. I said, no, get to the end of the line. And so, like, the airport's, like, the screener, she's like, yes, sir, you must get back in the queue, sir. You must get back in the queue. So anyway, so I'm like, yeah, puffing my chest out. Like, you know what? I'm not doing that anymore. Put my stuff through. I have probably like a carry-on and my backpack. I get through to the other side, and my stuff's not coming through. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. And so you're thinking more like thefts, right? You're afraid of thefts in India. Daniel and Mario are already through there waiting for me, still not coming through. Finally, a security person comes up to me and goes, hey, go to this side area. So I'm like, okay, like whatever, routine scan. The funniest part about this is that the guy who cut me also got tagged and had to go over to the security area, and he looks at me and he goes, see, we all got here at the same time. Right? But then that was the end of the funny part, because the like this big guy in fatigues comes up to me with my backpack, and he goes,
like big dude, general, like
yeah,
like a general ass.
Yeah, like fatigue. All security wears fatigues there, like for the intimidation factor. Yeah. Comes up to me and he goes, what's in your bag? And I go, I got like my computer, I got some books, I bought some some souvenirs and stuff like that. I'm on my way home. So he's like, what else is in the bag? I said, that's it. He's like, open the bag. So I opened the bag. I'm like, what are you looking for? I don't know what you're saying. He goes, there's beads. The machine picked up beads in your bag. And I'm like, yeah. And I pull out like the souvenir beads, like the Indian, beads I bought for like
bracelets,
my bracelets. Yeah, for my daughter. He goes, no, that's not it. And I'm like, well, dude, I don't know what else, because that's it. He reaches into the bag like he knew what he was looking for, and he pulled out a spent shell casing.
A bullet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And my heart dropped, like dropped. And I'm just like, so I go to the range sometimes. I've brought that bag, and I'm thinking, like, could this have happened? Like, could I have actually had spent shell casings in my bag? I'm like racking my brain. So now I'm starting to think like I screwed up and I did this, right?
Yeah.
And that I left them carelessly in there. So then he goes, there's another one in there. Find it. And I'm like, find what? Like, I didn't even know that one was in there. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, find it. So that I go to like the most obscure, like where my computer would usuly be, and I feel one, and I pull it out again. And he goes,
and at that point, I see Ken's souls leave his body.
My soul.
Now Ken's hovering. There it is.
Last one.
Yeah.
My soul left my body, and I like turn around because now they're concerned. They're like kind of like mouthing, like, what's going on? And all I think I said was like, I screwed up. Like, I didn't know. Like, I'm like mouthing to them, like, because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, you're in big trouble, and you're not getting on this flight today.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So they take me over now to the special security counter where nobody has smiling faces on and all this stuff. And they go and they're going, what did you do? Why did you bring this? Are you trying to bring war against India? And I'm like, first of all, I don't think they're mine. And then I started thinking like with my right mind. I'm like, wait a second. I went through Boston. I went through Dubai. I already went through this airport once. I went through the Bodh Gaya airport.
You went through Bodh Gaya again.
Went through Bodh Gaya on the way back, and it never, like, there's no way this is mine. There's no way this is mine. I've been through 5 airports. There's just no way I made it through all those airports, and it just got picked up now. Something's going on. He's like, no, this is you. We're going to arrest you. We're going to do all this stuff. And so I'm like, this isn't mine. This is mine. So finally he goes, do you have a license for this in your country? And I'm like, actually, I do. I have an LTC. I have a license to carry. I didn't have my main wallet with me, so I'm like, but I have a digital copy. But my mind is like frantic, and I cannot find my digital copy.
You don't even know where it is. Yeah.
I couldn't find it on my phone. So I call my wife, right?
Yeah.
She happens to pick up. It's after she got home from work. I don't know what time it is there. Like, I'm like so clueless. My mind is bugging. She picks up, and I'm like, I don't have time to explain, but I need you to send me a photocopy of my LTC right now.
Wow.
So she's like, oh, my God, what's going on? I'm like, I'll tell you later. Just do it. So she sends it to me.
But they took your phone. Didn't they take your phone or something? Because she texted me the picture.
Yeah, they took my
they,
phone.
They were using your phone for
something.
For something.
Yeah.
They were going around, passing it around. Like.
So she texted it to Daniel. Daniel gives it to me, and I'm trying to show them. Little did I know this whole time, this is like, because now they start talking about fines. I'm going to have to pay a fine. This is all just an extortion thing.
They're trying to extort you, yeah.
So, but I think I'm going to jail. And like all I can think about was like how bad I felt for Daniel and Mario, because like I'm going to go to jail and they're not going to leave. And like I felt so awful. Like they're going to stick around and stay when their wives want them home and all this stuff. That's all I could think about was like how awful I feel that I caused this and all this stuff.
My pastor, we weren't going anywhere.
I know. I know. So
I'm with you to the end, my man.
The big boss finally comes over. He gives me the same interrogation, and he's like looking at my LTC, the copy of my LTC, and he's like, and then he says something in like Hindi to the guy who's like pissed, who wants my money.
And me and my dad are off to the side, and I'm going back and forth between Ken on the side of Ken because I'm calling Grace. We're texting back and forth. Like she's sending me the stuff. My dad and I are off to the corner, and he's like, Dan, we got to pray. We just got to pray.
Yeah.
So we're praying. Me and my dad are just praying. Like, God, like, do something here. Like, this is not of you. Like, we're just praying in the middle of this airport.
So the big guy says something to like the other guy, and the other guy's pissed. Whatever he told him, he's pissed. And he walks away, and then the guy at the desk goes, you need to write an apology. And I'm like, okay, just what, like email? Just give me the email, and I'll write it. No, he's like, no, right now. And so I'm like, okay. So he gives me a pen and paper, and I'm like, what do I write? And he goes, you address the commander. So I wrote, Dear Commander, I will never bring contraband through the India airport ever again for the rest of my life. Scouts honor, whatever. Sign my name, and I give it to him. And he's
looks like chicken scratch on the back of a piece of printer paper, dude.
And he gives me my stuff, and he's like, you're free to go.
Wow.
And that was it.
That is insane.
And at that time, we had like 10 minutes to get to our gate.
We were like,
well, by the time we got to our gate, it was 2 minutes and we were boarding.
I never told you this, but until we took off, I was pissing my pants because I was like fully expecting like guys in fatigues to come onto this airport and airplane and haul me off.
Wow.
Like I just was so afraid until we took off, because I was like, what if they change their minds? What if something, I was like, so like I was just like so praying, God, let this plane take off.
I remember
please.
you didn't even want to talk about it until the flight had taken off.
No,
you're like, I
was
like,
so messed up.
Yeah.
I was like, I was fully expecting I was going to get hauled off that plane, and I was like, until we're in the air, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do anything. And but then it like started to hit me, and then I started looking up. Like I think
we're on the plane. He's like, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
like,
because
I was scammed. There's no way.
And I even looked up like Reddit. I think it was like Reddit forums, and it happened exactly the way that people describe it happening to them.
Yeah.
Where they plant two things, they find one, they tell you to find the other. So your fingerprints are on them, and it looks like you knew where they were.
Let's go to our senior conspiracy theorist correspondent, Jake.
Yeah, as we bring this episode into a close.
That's tough. I know when I went to Singapore in 2016, if you're found with any sort of contraband whatsoever, you have to pick your execution style. It's public execution.
Yeah, in Singapore, it's even worse. It's crazy.
But
yeah, they're nuts. They're
that's
nuts.
Scary.
Yeah.
Wow. Pick your execution.
That's
style.
wild.
I mean, we thought like local pastor goes to prison for
I thought I was going to India jail.
You know, I thought he was. Yeah,
No
we
doubt.
thought he was a goner.
Uncle Donnie.
We thought he was a goner, and at
no,
that point,
Biden was a president. I would have been screwed.
Yeah, you were done. You were done.
there would have been hope for you in 24, my
They
boy.
would have had to let out another
I would have got
Russian
out.
arms dealer.
I would have got out about 3 weeks ago, maybe.
Oh my goodness. Get that pardon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was nuts.
Well,
That
we
was
didn't
wild.
have PG at that point. Because,
No, our senior had gone,
He
had to
had
go
to
to
stay
another part of
behind.
India before he flew home to take care of some other mission stuff. So it was just the three of us.
And
Wow.
we're the inexperienced. We don't know what's going on. And it's like, what the heck? Like,
Wow.
and now if he's gone, me and my dad are looking at each other like, how the heck did we get through this? Like, what are we gonna do?
It
Like,
That's
was-
insane.
it was
we were ready to do
crazy.
whatever needed to be done, but what do we do?
That
You
is
know?
wild.
The long story short is that it definitely was not mine, and only because if any shell casing ever fell into my bag, it would never fall into the little backslide computer compartment
Yeah.
because that would never be open. That would never be anything.
Right.
But then just like logically, I'm like, Dubai, it's the strictest airport in the world. There is no way I got through Dubai twice.
Right.
Or no, once on the way there. So this was a plant job. This was an extortion
Logan,
job.
I mean,
in Logan.
Logan
Yeah.
as well. I mean,
Extortion job.
Logan
and
would've caught that.
once they
Oh,
started
yeah.
talking about fines, I was like, oh, okay, this sounds like an extortion job. But I didn't have to pay. I just had to write apology to the dear commander.
but in that quick minute,
In that moment-
your brain's not.
In
Yeah,
that
oh yeah,
moment,
I can't imagine.
I
Screwed
mean, we're
up.
in like full like, what the heck do we do? Like, it was.
It's all because you got loud with the guy in line, dude. You put a target on your back.
right?
I'm
That's-
gonna get him.
No doubt. No
Oh
doubt.
man, good stuff.
So
Good
those
stuff.
are the not safe for Sunday stories. That's where it all was born.
Yeah, it sure was. I haven't heard that one before. That was really good. You had me hanging on the edge of my seat
Oh
over here.
yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
I knew the end though. I know that you're still here. So.
I did make it back.
Yeah. All right.
Crazy. So many stories. But
Can you imagine if I had to hear, grip your ankles, boy?
Squat and cuff.
oh my god.
Oh man. To the listeners, it's been a year. Let us know if you have any feedback for us. Let us know. Hit us in the comments. Give us any ideas for topics you'd like us to discuss. And yeah. Booth. Later.
Well, yeah.
Guys.
Happy birthday.
Psych, this is actually our last episode. We're out. Peace. Love and peace.
Oh no.
Wow.
What am I gonna do?
He's out of
Just
job.
joking. Love.
All right,
peace,
guys.
Out.
Peace and love.
The Not Safe for Sunday podcast was recorded in the loft. You can find us on social media at NSFS Podcast. Audio editing by Spencer Barrowman. Video editing by John Walsh. If you'd like to join us for a Sunday service, you can find us at Conquerors for Christ Church, located at 972 Reed Road in North Dartmouth, Massachusetts.